Hey friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. So AEW's All Out is coming up this weekend. Should be a lot of fun if you're interested in watching it with me. I'll be, of course, over at the Going In Raw Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Steven Larson. So if you're new to Wrestle Juice and you're like, hey, what does Steve do when he's not doing Wrestle Juice? It's a show called Going In Raw. It's a whole thing. Most of you probably know that, but there might be some new friendos out there who are like, yeah, I don't know anything about this guy. What does he do? So yeah, twitch.tv/Steve and Larson. I'll put a link in the description. That's where we're going to be doing our All Out live reactions. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you come out and watch with us because All Out looks like it's going to be a banger of a show, as they say out there in Chicago. And so I thought it'd be fun to take a look at the card and let you guys know what I think is going to happen and what I feel should happen. This is AEW, though. Usually they do really cool stuff, and so I feel like what I think should happen and what I think will happen are probably going to kind of line up a little bit. Anyways, let's just go ahead and dive into it because it's a hell of a card. First up, so it was announced just yesterday that Pac versus Andrade is not happening because of travel issues, which sucks. But in its stead, in the kickoff show, the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, and the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, are going to be taking on the Hardy Family Office with all sorts of people. Matt Hardy, Private Party, and TH2. So this is just a giant 10-man tag team match. This match is obviously designed to entice people to buy the show. So if this match has like a bummer finish, nobody's going to want to buy the show. So clearly the good guys win here. The Hardy Family Office generally is a bit on the hapless side, and Orange Cassidy and friends, he's especially Orange Cassidy. He's wildly over. Jungle Boy is wildly over. They're obviously two pretty big pieces of AEW's future. So clearly those guys are going to win. Orange Cassidy will probably end up getting the pin on, I think, probably Matt Hardy. Because he's, been the guy sort of instigating all this stuff. And I feel like the leader of the HFO has to be the one to take the pinfall, unless they're going to give it to a relative scrub of the group, like a Jack Evans or an Helico. They're not, I don't think they're scrubs. I think within the context of like who's eating pins on a given team, it's probably going to be one of those guys. But if they want a more high-profile guy eating the pin, it should be Matt Hardy and it should be Orange Cassidy or Jungle Boy. But I kind of figure it's going to be Orange Cassidy. He's sort of the most over guy in that whole group. Moving on to the main card. We've got the 21-woman Casino Battle Royale for a shot at the AEW World Women's Championship. So this should be a lot of fun. Right now announced, Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, The Bunny, Big Swole, Julia Hart, Ty Conti, Diamante, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura. Ooh, Emi Sakura's in this. That's cool. Jade Cargill, Kiera Hogan, Abaddon, Layla Hirsch, Kylan King. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know she was in it. Rebel, Jamie Hayter, Anna Jay, and then two women to be determined. I really hope that those two women to be determined are two jokers, the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, Jess McKay, Cassie Lee. That's who I want to see be the last two women in that match. I want to see them make their AEW debut. I think that'd be great. However, the person who I think probably should win this match and probably will win this match, unless I get more info on Friday with Rampage, is going to be the returning Anna Jay for a couple reasons. Number one, they're going to want to feature her somewhat prominently, and a title shot right now is a great way to do that. However, she can't get that shot unless she wins something like this because currently she's not ranked, and AEW cares about their rankings. So I feel like it's going to be Anna Jay winning this to propel her to a title shot, which of course she'll lose, but it'll make her look really good. It'll give her a prominent spot. Then she'll fall back down and start building her way back in the rankings. And maybe a year from now, she'll be a more serious contender for that AEW Women's World's Championship. A couple of other potential winners here. Jade Cargill could win, but I feel like Britt Baker right now is really, really over. and she could be kind of a good guy or a bad guy, but she's more of a bad guy, and having Jade Cargill face off against her probably is too soon for Jade. I think Jade and Thunder Rosa are probably going to have a feud coming out of this Battle Royal. That's what it sort of feels like. Thunder Rosa, I think that the next time she's going to be challenging for the title, she's probably going to win the title, and it's way too early for that to happen. Britt Baker's having a really great run right now with the title. She's going to have that thing for a little while. A lot of other people in this Battle Royal have already got title shots and have not won them. So, I don't like Red Velvet's in this. Hikaru Shida is just coming off being champion, so she's not going to win this. Maybe they'll do a thing with her and Emi Sakura. They got some history, so maybe they can have a feud after this. That could be really fun. There's also Abaddon would be really fun. Abaddon actually be really cool to win this thing, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's how I feel is going to shake out. I think Anna Jay is going to win this thing. Next up, Jon Moxley versus Kojima. Sorry, my phone just went off. That's unprofessional. It's my mom, though. So, hey, Mom, what's up? Jon Moxley versus Kojima. Mox should win this because Kojima is like a million trillion years old. He's a legend. Don't get me wrong. He's a legend. He's like super old. And I just think that he's going to put up a really good fight against Moxley, who claims to want to break the old man's neck, which isn't cool. Like, this should be, Jon Moxley should go into this looking to have a mat classic with Kojima, but instead he wants to break the dude's neck. He's not going to break his neck. I'm predicting that, but he is going to win. This is just a fun sort of exhibition match, sort of like a who cares thing. Speaking of a who cares thing, Paul White, the Big Show, versus QT Marshall. Oh boy. So I'm going to steal an idea. I'm going to properly credit an idea to my partner over at Going in Raw, my best friend Larson, who said that this match is simply around to set up the arrival of Braun Strowman, real name Adam Scherr. Who knows what they're going to call him when he arrives to AEW. But I thought that was a really cool idea. Maybe this past Dynamite's when Paul White got attacked by the Gun Club and they beat him with a chair on his hip. Maybe that was them taking him out of this match, and so his replacement against QT Marshall will be Adam Scherr. I like that idea. That totally should happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is going to be like a 10-second match, and Big Show's going to choke slam the living crap out of QT Marshall, and that's going to be it, Mattress Man. And he's going to do that to everybody else. But yeah, I really love the idea of Adam Scherr coming to AEW, man. I think he's pretty great. Next up, Chris Jericho versus MJF. A lot of people on Twitter are thinking, at least in my sphere, are thinking Chris Jericho is going to lose this and be relegated to commentary. There is no chance in hell that's going to happen. Chris Jericho is totally going to win this. Number one, MJF can already say he has 3 wins on Chris Jericho. So if Chris Jericho wins this, he'll still have 2 more wins on Chris Jericho than Jericho has on him. Number 2, Jericho's not going to stop wrestling. That's not going to happen. And the thing about AEW is that they don't really write themselves out of stipulations. If Jericho says he's not going to wrestle anymore and he's just going to plunk down at commentary, that's what's going to happen. Look at Cody. He wrote himself out of the world title picture, and he hasn't been seen in the world title picture ever since then. They don't go back on their stipulations. And Jericho's not going to be kept off of cards, especially when there's all sorts of dream match scenarios coming down the pipeline. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Jericho's winning this match. He should win this match. And my only real problem with it is sort of the sequencing. MJF really should have had the last word in this feud to finally go over Chris Jericho. He should have won, I don't know. Well, he did win the last one. I don't know how you would have done it differently, but I kind of feel like MJF really should have had the last laugh to get the final win over Chris Jericho, and then he'd still keep Jericho strong along the way by having him pick up a win at some point. But they didn't do that. But yeah, Jericho's totally going over here. Big pop for the face win for Chris Jericho. Let's see here. We've got Miro versus Eddie Kingston. Oh, I'd love to see Eddie Kingston. I'd love to see him as TNT champion, but unfortunately it's not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. Miro is doing career work. His promos are amazing. He totally understands what his character is. He's compelling. I never figured I'd see this side of Rusev, but I'm really glad that his time in AEW has opened it up to his Redeemer character. I think he's great. I honestly just wish that they had more promos, but I wish this was sort of dragged out a little bit longer because I want more promos. I want like face-to-face promos with these guys. Maybe we'll get that this Friday on Rampage. I don't know. But yeah, Miro is totally winning this thing, and he should. This actually, I'll be honest with you, it should be a squash. It should be like an unfair squash, like he attacks Eddie Kingston before the bell, and Kingston never has a chance. Sort of like what Fuego did to Miro. So yeah, that's how this should go down. And then that hopefully should lead. Maybe if he just keeps on beating the crap out of Eddie Kingston after the match, Moxley will make the save. You set up Miro versus Moxley for the next couple months or whatever, because I think that could be a killer feud. After that, we've got the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers for the AEW World Tag Team titles. I think this is probably going to be match of the night. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. I think that of all the titles on the show, this is the one that has the greatest chance, really the only chance, of changing hands. I don't see anybody else losing their titles. And I feel like with Christian winning that Impact Championship, you're starting to see the pieces fall apart for the Super Elite. They might not realize it, but this is the moment I think they're going to realize it. You got that steel cage, plus you got maybe, I know they got a match earlier, but you got Jurassic Express also maybe backing up the Lucha Brothers play if Cutler, and Gallows, and Anderson try to get involved in this match as well, even with the steel cage there. They should be the neutralizers. I don't know where Pac is, if Pac was the one with the travel issues or if Andrade was the one with the travel issues. So right now I'm leaning towards a title change here. Big fan, big pop for the title change, given that we're going to have some pretty distinct heel wins here. You're going to have Miro going over. You're going to have Britt Baker going over the face Chris Statlander, and you're going to have Kenny Omega going over Christian Cage, because that's totally happening. We could just get to those two matches now. Britt Baker is totally going to beat Chris Statlander. I love Chris Statlander. I think this might be dark horse for match of the night. It really might be, because these two are terrific. They're really terrific wrestlers, and it's going to be terrific. Britt Baker's going to end up getting the win though over Statlander. I feel like they need to start opening up Statlander's character a little bit more. I like that she's hanging out with best friends, but maybe put her on the mic a little bit. I know her, and well, even Orange Cassidy does talk. She doesn't really talk that much. And then we've got Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. Kenny should win this. He should kick out of the Unprettier at 1. Really, like, you know, Christian Cage beat Kenny Omega for that Impact title, which was pretty huge. So they really need to do a good job here with, you know, hey, if Christian's going after his 5-star match, he might get it. I mean, this might actually be a barn burner match. But yeah, Kenny Omega is going to win with a one-winged angel. That's going to happen. And he's going to retain that AEW World Championship match in advance of the main event, which will be CM Punk versus Darby Allin. I'm looking forward to this match. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of ring rust CM Punk has, what kind of ring rust he might incorporate as part of the story into this match. He's, of course, going to get the win over Darby Allin, but the crowd's going to be going ballistic for this entire thing. I'm really kind of jealous of my friendos who were there at All Out in Chicago because this is going to be an electric atmosphere. I still remember being there at the first All In. That was an atmosphere I had never, ever been a part of before. It was absolutely amazing. Double or Nothing, the first Double or Nothing, we were there for that. That was amazing. So all of you who are in Chicago for All Out, y'all are pretty lucky, because this is going to be an electric atmosphere, especially with Punk there. GTS puts away Darby Allin. Hey, maybe let Darby Allin kick out of a GTS. Just once. He can kick out of it, and that's his win. And then he's got to eat another one to take the loss there to Punk. So yeah. Look, I want to know what you guys think about All Out. Drop your comments below. Drop your predictions below. Let me know what you guys think about this card. Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to be in Chicago? Hey, if you're going to be in Chicago, hit me up. Send me a picture of you at All Out. I'll retweet it on my Twitter at MFSteve here and hashtag it WrestleJuice. A quick aside, there is a Twitter account that's at WrestleJuice. It's not mine. It hasn't posted anything since like 2015, but evidently somebody else had that name for some odd reason back in the day, but they don't really use it anymore. It's the name of this channel. But if you want to hashtag WrestleJuice, I'll retweet it, man. Send us your pictures from All Out, from Chicago. You eating some deep dish pizza? You eating some Chicago dogs? That sounds good. That sounds really good. Anyways, watch one of these other videos and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks, friendos. We'll talk to you later.